All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about solar versus energy efficiency because at Nextdoor, we do both. And it's really kind of important you understand the difference and also that customers can understand the difference because most people kind of lump solar and energy efficiency into the same category. And although they both help you save money, which is good, and they're both good things to do for the environment, which is good, they do it in different ways. So I want to help you understand that. I think the best way for me to explain it to you and the way I like to explain it to customers is I use the gas station analogy. So we all understand how gas stations work. And yeah, the way that it works with houses and solar and energy efficiency has a lot of correlation there. So um, the example I like to use is if you have two different cars that go to the same gas station, right? They're going to be paying the same price per gallon. It's just whatever that gas station charges. And the gas station's kind of like the utility company. So they just have a price per kilowatt hour, which is how they measure electricity. But at the same time, those two people, even if they're driving to the same place, they might pay a completely different amount of gas, even though they're getting their gas at the same price. And the reason for that is because cars have different amounts of fuel efficiency. So when we think of a really like fuel efficient car, generally we think of something like a Prius. It gets a really high miles per gallon, right? And then when we think of something that's inefficient, I generally think of a Hummer, right? That's a gas guzzler. And the thing is, houses are the same way. So a house could be like a Hummer in the sense that it takes a ton of electricity just to keep it cool, comfortable, keep the lights on, just to live in it normally. Whereas another house could be like a Prius, where it uses a lot less energy or a lot less electricity, or if it's a car, a lot less gasoline. So these are just kind of fuel. And so the fuel that we use for your car is gasoline, and the fuel that we use for your house is electricity. And different cars are better at being efficient, and different houses are better at being efficient. So when it comes to houses, we help make people's houses go more efficient by upgrading things that are really high users of electricity and very inefficient. So that could be an old AC system, not having enough insulation. It could be having a single speed pool pump. It could be having single pane windows. It could be not having good airflow. Could be an old roof. So all of these different things that we do help to make the house more energy efficient, which means that you can keep it at the same temperature, you can keep the same amount of lights on, you can do all the things the same, but it's not going to use as much electricity. Just like a car that drives the exact same amount of distance won't use as much gas if it's very fuel efficient. So that's really what energy efficiency is. It's like the miles per gallon of your house or the miles per gallon of your car. Solar has nothing to do with that. Solar is like the price per gallon that the gas station's charging you, right? So if two cars go to the same gas station, they're paying the same price per gallon, but they need to pay buy different amounts of gallons, they could end up paying different amounts. Solar changes the other variable, which is price. So solar is like getting a $2 gas card on your gas for the next 30 years. So it's obviously a lot better than what the gas station's charging right now. And one of the huge benefits of it is that it will never go up because, as we know, gas prices are all over the place, but in general, they've gone way up. So that's really, really amazing. But at the same time, if you have a Hummer and you get a $2 gas card versus you have a Prius and you have a $2 gas card, you're still going to be much better off being that Prius. So the way that you save the most money is you make your house really energy efficient or fuel efficient. So you turn your house from a Hummer into a Prius. And that's by upgrading all those things we talked about, getting more insulation, getting new windows, getting a variable speed pool pump, making better airflow through like a whole house fan. Even roofing can have an impact on it. And the biggest one is the AC, getting a new, more efficient AC unit. All of those things have a big impact. So we do all of that, turn your house from that old, inefficient Hummer into a very fuel efficient Prius type house. And then you give them the $2 gas card. And so that way they get a really, really good deal on gas, but they don't have to buy as much. And so that's really what Nextdoor does. And that's one of the things that separates us from all the other solar companies, or most of the other solar companies out there, is that we're not really a solar company in the sense that we don't just do solar. We're a general contractor that focuses specifically on energy efficiency and on solar. And the other advantage of that is there's a lot of really good incentives through the Senate Bill 350, which we'll do another video on, that allow people to get a lot of these energy efficient upgrades at very, very little cost or no cost at all. So we'll explain all that in a future video, but that is the difference between energy efficiency and solar. Just to sum it up, energy efficiency is like the miles per gallon, and solar is like the price per gallon. And if you can get a really good miles per gallon and you can get a really good price per gallon, that's how you're going to get the best deal. And that's what we do.